Hello everyone, this is Latasha Blanton from the Real South Africa Travel and Tourism. And you're going to have the opportunity to travel with Phil Scott to
sunny South Africa. You guys are going to have the opportunity to come to Johannesburg, and you guys are going to be coming to Durban. And we're going to set it up perfectly. It's going to be like a luxury experience for you guys. At the same time, you're going to be getting some culture. And of course, you're going to get an opportunity to talk to Phil, hang out with Phil, and get his views on Africa and South Africa.
You're also going to get an opportunity to explore the lifestyles here that are available in South Africa. And we're going to do all that for you in an amazing 10 days. We do hope that you go to the website and book, because we do look forward to seeing you here.
Absolutely. Our website is therealsouthafrica.com. Go there, scroll down. You'll see a picture of Phil, and just go ahead and book there. So we'll see you here in what we like to call sunny South Africa.
What does the color purple and the Democratic Party have in common regarding Black women? Well, it sounds like both entities, the color purple and the Democratic Party, have greatly benefited from Black women, but it doesn't sound like Black women have greatly benefited from either of them. Now, I was thinking about it because I've been hearing a lot of conversation about the new color purple that came out on Christmas Day 2023. And how some of the actresses, I felt like they were underpaid. And recently, Danielle Brooks, she also played in the movie. She said that they originally did not have food in their dressing room, and that they didn't really have a dressing room at all, and that they had to share spaces in regards to practicing their scripts and things like that. And it sounds like when Taraji P. Henson spoke up and said something to Oprah, Oprah rectified the situation. Now, we also, before that, heard Taraji P. Henson, and she's been in a whole host of things, talk about how she's very underpaid. And it sounds like maybe she was trying to draw a correlation with Color Purple being underpaid, because she is a veteran actress. Let's give her her flowers. She is. But I looked, and it looked like maybe she made $10 million. So I don't know what she's gauging that by. It sounds like a lot of money to me. Okay, fine. Let's say she's underpaid. Okay. Now let's go to the Democratic Party. When we think about the Democratic Party, or we hear about the Democratic Party, especially in regards to Black women, what do they always say? They say, the Black woman is the backbone of the Democratic Party. Oh, you know, the Democrats can't do it without the Black woman, right? Well, let's keep it a buck. The Black man is not too far behind the Black woman as a Democratic voter. So the Democrats cannot do it without the Black man too. But for the sake of argument, let's go ahead with the trope of, oh, it's the Black woman, the backbone, and all this other stuff. Well, what has she gotten out of the Democratic Party? Specifically, we're talking specifically as a Black woman, what has she gotten? I would venture to say nothing, or next to nothing, right? And then if you want to go ahead and, you know, stretch the argument a little further, well, what has she gotten for her people, Black people, right? If you're the backbone of the Democratic Party, what have you gotten for Black people specifically? Well, if you said nothing, you're probably right, because I can't think of anything specifically that we have gotten. And so again, as I thought about both of those things, I'm like, wow, Black women sure do know how to come through for everybody else, but that everybody else does not come through for Black women. And so as I was thinking about it even further, I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe it is like a contract issue. If you think about the color purple, right? And the women saying, well, we didn't have this and we didn't have that. Now, if you have watched a movie or two, or you have a favorite celebrity that you follow, you might have heard them talk about, oh, you know, in my contract, I mandated that they put green M&Ms in the green room for me. I had to have just specifically green M&Ms, or this type of flour and this type of water, right? It was in their contract. So I'm wondering, with Taraji and Danielle and whoever else might have had some gripes about the color purple set in the making of the movie, did y'all put any of that stuff in your contract, or did you look over, your agent or your lawyers or whoever, look over and say, there's no food. There's no food in the dressing rooms. In fact, we don't even see a dressing room. Does my celebrity, my client, do they have a dressing room? So that sounds like somebody dropped the ball. Okay, let's mosey back over to the Democratic Party. It's the same thing that happens over there. Let's just keep with Black women, because again, that's the backbone, right? Do black women read the contract of the Democratic Party while they are performing as the backbone for the Democratic Party? You might say, well, what do you mean, Demetra? Well, while they're signing up to, push the Democrats forward and they're getting to every office, do they say, okay, wait a minute now. Let's read the contract, because we know ain't no contract, right? But let's pretend that there was one. Let's look over the contract before y'all go call us the backbone of the Democratic Party. Are there reparations for my people before I sign up for this role? What about some hate crime bills for my people? Because, my people, we're still getting snuffed out more than anybody else in this country, because we say y'all got one for the Asians, and y'all talking about other communities, but do y'all have one for black people before we sign this contract and sign up to be the backbone? Oh, you don't? Oh, okay. Well, then I'm not going to be able to do that until you put in our contract, since we're the backbone, that my people need to get something a little bit more than a pat on the head and, an old black woman, if it wasn't for you, we need some substance, okay? We need something we could touch, like a reparations check. You know what I mean? Black women don't need no more, big up in, oh, you did it, because you know what? It's 2024, and don't y'all ever think for a moment that they're not going to run the same old game, talking about black women this, black women that, and again, keep it in mind, black men vote too, disproportionately more for the Democrats than they do anybody else, although that's a change in. Well, for the sake of argument, black men do too, but that's what they do. It's that whole divide and conquer, especially among our people. Let's big up the black woman and, tell her how if it wasn't for her that we wouldn't be anywhere. Well, as a black woman who do not vote Democrat, I have in the past. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I have in the past. I think that's an insult that you keep using black women, but then you don't say, hey, black women, well, here's something for you. Let's say forget about the black man. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying for the sake of argument, let's say forget about the black man. And we ain't going to give him nothing. Black woman, the black woman don't get nothing? Nothing? And when I say nothing, I mean nothing. And this is the insane part. This is the insane part. Black women that vote for the Democrats are going to sign up and do it all over again. In fact, they're probably going to stroll to the polls and all the other antics we see black women doing, browbeating black men because y'all won't get in line. Y'all must be under the influence of the Republicans or some boogeyman or something that won't allow y'all to continue to vote for more or nothing, because we see that black men are moving more and more away from the Democratic Party than the black woman. But see, they'll use that black woman to, as I said, browbeat that black man. Oh, what you doing? You need to come on and continue to vote for more or nothing. But the black man is saying, well, I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't want to sign up for that. And so I'm going to say this as I leave. Black women, whether you in Hollywood, whether you in politics or wherever, don't let them people use you. Don't let them continue to use you. As my father always says, people are supposed to be of use, not to be used. So if I'm going to be of use, there needs to be a give and take, right? Okay, I'll help you, but what are you going to give me for it, right? So I'm saying, black women, don't sign up for that role again in 2024. Don't sign up to be the best, actress, supporting actress, or whatever for the Democratic Party. Because what they going to do is take that little trophy. Let's say we was in Hollywood, right? Take that Oscar, and they going to go put it on the migrant's mantle. They're going to go put it on, everybody else's mantle. They're going to go help everybody else but you. So that's a role you can turn down and turn down proudly, whatever the case. So y'all tell me what you think of that. And for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, the Demetra Kaye.